All right, so we're hanging out with Uncle Si and the Sicotics. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so we know you and Marsha from the hit show Duck Dynasty, obviously, and you, Bridget Tatum, quite the songwriter. So tell us a little bit how you guys decided to come together as a music group.
We didn't decide. It was decided for us. I wasn't even supposed to meet them. I got a call from a manager who said that she was putting together a veteran charity benefit thing, that she was doing a whole deal at Losers Parking Lot. And I had a ticket to go home for the holidays. I'm from South Carolina, so I always fly back home. And I said, well, I can't do it. I mean, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be in town. And she goes, well, just think about it. Like, nobody says think about it when you say I can't do the show.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I said, girl, I got a ticket to get out of town. She goes, well, just think about it and let me know. A couple days later, same thing, just think about it. So I didn't think about it. I prayed about it. The answer was call your best friend, make her make the decision. That was the clear, concise answer. And I did, and she goes, well, I need to pray about it. I'm like, well, can you hurry it up, because I got to change the ticket and do stuff. And I can't rush Jesus. And so she ends up calling me going, hey, I know you want to come home, but I think there's a reason you're supposed to be there, and I don't know why. And then
welcome to the reason.
There it was.
The reason shows
Hours on the bus later. Here we are.
Great story. Love that. So you guys released your self-titled EP this past December. Tell us about it.
Tell them about it, Si.
Well, me
Jonah.
and these two ladies, okay, actually got together and wrote this stuff, okay, and then everything started falling because we were just kind of, talking smack. Wouldn't it be good if we just, sit down together and wrote some songs and then actually recorded them and actually got a record label deal and actually got, and then go on tour and do this for a living? Well, everything started lining up and falling in place, and it scared me. So I tried to pull the Jonah, okay, and run. Now, and God said, no, that's where I want you to be. So he put two bird dogs on me. Meet my bird dogs, okay, because they're not going to let me go, all right? Because I told them, I said, look, y'all move on. Everything in me is screaming, get out now. So, and the key word is screaming. Okay.
Well, you don't get spoke to that way unless there's a whole lot of confusion going on. You kind of get spoke to in a small, still way. And I was like, whoa, Si, wait a minute. That word that you said, let's go revisit that word. So I'm really glad that we pushed on through everything, that we got to make this music, and we're still here together. And we ain't killed each other. It's amazing.
Right. We actually love each other.
No, we do. We do.
Well, you guys are awesome. Awesome, seriously. Yeah. So tell me about your single, Throwback Man.
Ooh. That is,
they
know me.
Man.
Yeah, they know me. So when we
the
was
whole
writing
world
that,
knows you.
I'm a low-tech man in a high-tech world. Okay, me and technology do not get along.
Technically challenged.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, oh no,
In
it's
every
worse.
direction.
It's worse than that.
You can't be in this day and age.
Yeah, but no, it's worse than that. I had to buy a cell phone, okay, and they tried to make it as easy as they could for me, okay. They put a phone list on it where all I got to do is bring up the phone list. If I want to call Bridget, hit Bridget's name, and it dials.
Just one button.
The shortcuts, they're not shortcuts.
They're not short.
No.
The machines run amok with me, okay? Look,
Run amok with the
I tried.
machine.
I was up here for 9 days, so about the third day, I said, well, let me call my wife and check, see how she's doing and all that. Well, okay, I'll call. Okay, cell phone, Christine's cell phone. Push it. Okay, calling. I said, wait a minute. What do you mean calling it? I ain't even spoke to her. So
30 minutes
30
later.
minutes later, I'm still hitting this stupid button, okay? And finally, I hear, wait a minute, hold it, it's ringing. And then I hear the miraculous, hello, hallelujah.
You did it!
Yeah, I said, hallelujah, I actually got you.
It's those small victories, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So it's just ridiculous.
That's hilarious how excited. You sound like my dad. My dad does the same exact thing. It's crazy.
I hate to.
But I think that was the core of Throwback Man was that's who he is. That's who her papa
who I
was.
lost.
That's how my dad was. So it's the core of who we are, and there are so many.
I was just going to say, there are a lot of us out there.
There's a lot of throwback men.
More than you
yeah.
think.
There are, yeah.
That's a cool story. I love that. So what would you say is the biggest thing you guys have learned so far as musicians and as a group?
I'm going backwards on this. I'm going to let them take that.
She's gonna fall out.
All right,
let them
what
take
was the
that.
question again?
What's the biggest thing you've learned as a musician so far?
The biggest thing I've learned is, okay, I've been on TV for 5 years. That was just I didn't have to do nothing. Okay.
Now you have to do something.
Now I actually have to work at what
Yeah.
I'm doing. Okay.
Like
which
Rihanna
is,
now, work,
which- yeah,
work, work,
yeah,
work.
which,
Yeah.
yeah, which is a challenge. Okay. Yeah, the music is a challenge. Okay.
Well, you're doing a great job. Yeah.
All I ever hear from them is, hey, you're singing flat, you're out of time, you're not doing it right.
You don't always do it wrong.
No,
We're just
he
trying to
does- he does
constructively
really
make
well.
you the best that you can be. Yeah.
It's also patience. I think we've learned a lot of patience throughout all this, and that for us, when you let God lead and you just, it'll come. You know, the music.
Psalm 46:10.
Exactly
Psalm
right.
46:10.
Exactly right.
The,
You know,
the
be
main
still.
thing really that we learn, okay, is part of this, okay, is God's plan. Okay.
Got a purpose to it.
You know, and that's why we're really in it.
I love that. I love
He's
that.
got a purpose for us, okay, that we can't see. Okay, and we may touch people that if we didn't do it, we would never touch them. Okay, and that's what it's really about. Okay, we're writing songs, we're singing songs, and hopefully, while we're doing it, we'll lift somebody's load. Okay, make them smile. Okay, make them have a better day. Okay, and bring a little goodness into their life.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, you're doing it for a good reason. I love that. So now on to the fun questions. For the food questions. We're gonna start with your iced tea habit. Is that still a thing? I see you're drinking a juice.
Oh, he got
Yeah.
So look, they set me up for this.
Oh.
Because he said, well, what do you drink? I said, I drink tea. And he said, well, speaking about it, let me, and then he runs over and he gets this stuff. And when I smelled
Do you
it,
like it?
well, I smelled it and I said, ugh, I don't know, guys, this don't smell right. They said, at least just taste it. So I did just a little bit, and I was actually shocked. It's actually good.
Still drinking it, so.
Okay, and it's actually healthy.
We're gonna get him healthy.
Yeah,
We're
'cause
gonna
it's
get
actually
it.
healthy.
We're gonna get it. Juice.
Yeah, but
She
yes,
said
he,
juice.
he
But
still
back to the
does drink
tea.
the tea.
Yeah.
I
How
drink-
much do you
I drink 2 gallons of tea a
Yeah.
day.
That's insane. You probably pee a lot.
He's actually
Yeah.
making his own
I do.
tea now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
he's
do.
got
I
the
go to
best
the
kidneys
restroom.
and bladder ever.
Okay, because my wife was worried about it. She made me ask the doctor when I had a physical in the military. Okay, and the doctor said when I said, well, my wife's worried, doc, so look, I'll ask you. I said, I drink a lot of tea. And he said, well, how much, when you say a lot, Mr. Robinson, how much do you mean? And I said, 2 gallons. He said, good grief, do you go to the restroom quite? I said, I go a lot. He said, okay. He said, as long as you're going to the restroom, regularly, no problem.
And it's unsweet.
It's unsweet.
Yeah,
Unsweet.
I couldn't imagine 2 gallons with sugar.
No.
Jeez.
God, me
You don't
neither.
want-
You would be.
Him on 2
I don't-
gallons
Do
of
not
sugar.
curse me with that.
Yeah, I don't need to be on the sugar high.
No,
Okay.
no.
No.
You guys already.
No.
God, I couldn't even imagine.
No.
So-
Ner.
So Southerners know good cooking. What's your guys' favorite Southern dish?
Favorite? Oh, mine is easy. That's macaroni pie. My nana makes macaroni pie. That's here.
Macaroni
That's
pie.
like macaroni on a different level that you ain't never been to.
Well, you'd love Kay's macaroni and cheese.
She said she's a really good cook.
She
She's
is.
a good cook. And I cook a lot of food, and I know how to cook Southern food because of my nana. I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. But
Her
I mean,
spaghetti is really good.
thank you. That's my nana's
Did
recipe.
you bring me any?
Girl, they did not tell me, but
I
next
still haven't
time
eaten.
We will have a spaghetti
And
dinner
I-
together.
You're swearing off on me because the other day when I done spaghetti, I cooked it the way you cook it.
Look at this.
I didn't brown
Look at
it
this.
like I
well,
normally
you didn't cook
do.
it like me. You
He's
cook it like my
learning.
nana.
No,
He's learning.
well, I cooked it like your nana.
Well, my nana, when she cooks it, everybody browns the meat. So when
Yeah.
he was standing in the kitchen, because he'll come and watch me cooking something while I'm in there, he's like, all right,
And-
that's
and pick-
interesting. You're not browning the,
Yeah.
you're not
I
browning
said,
the meat
I said,
first.
that's still a little,
Not done.
pink, not
Yeah,
done.
that's right.
And she said, I'm doing this on purpose. And I said, really? She said, yeah, because she said, hey, you want it to cook in and all the flavors to come in
Yeah.
the meat while you're doing it, while it's cooking.
So
Yeah,
nana
now-
said, don't brown
So-
it all and
yeah.
just let it be
So
partially
I
brown and
didn't,
drop
I
it in and
didn't
let all the
brown mine
flavor
the
get
other
in.
day,
You
which
guys are
was,
making me hungry.
I wanted to go in there and
Hey,
stir it.
I'm hungry too.
I wanted to go in there and start, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it. Start
Was it
mixing-
good?
Yeah, it was good. It was actually good.
What would you say the craziest thing is you guys have ever eaten? I know you guys are hunters, obviously. So tell me something about
Crazy as
that.
he eats.
Well, I wouldn't say,
Squirrel!
people, I have no
God,
idea.
yeah.
So like I ate squirrel, okay, ducks, deer, things I kill in the woods, fish that I catch, so
basically everything.
That might be
Louisiana people
crazy
made me
some
eat
other people.
boudin. Boudin.
No, I'm with you on
I
that.
tried telling her, I
boudin
tried
ain't my
going,
deal.
don't do it. I'm texting her, I'm like, don't do it.
I was in the
Don't
middle
do
of
it.
radio interviews with them two on the other end of the phone,
And she
brought
got
it back
really
for me
quiet.
for breakfast, and I cut it. Never cut it.
Don't cut it.
And then everything just
Don't cut it.
spooged to the
Because
top. And
here
I'm
it
like,
just starts oozing out.
that's not food. That's like a meat smoothie. That's disgusting.
I tried to warn her. She didn't listen to me. I tried to warn her.
That lady that brought it to me's got a video somewhere of me eating it. It was terrible. That was terrible.
Funny to see.
terrible.
I'm like you.
I ain't eating that mess. No.
Nope.
Okay, so this is the last question we ask everybody. If you guys could, and you each have to answer, if you could have a drink and a meal with one person, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you have?
Oh, that's easy for me. That's my papa. If I could sit down with him, I would eat beans and rice and his hot peppers, and I'd just drink water. He'd have tea, but just talk. We don't even have to eat. I don't care if I could just have a minute to talk.
Yep. I would, my dad. My dad. And we used to have waffles with fresh whipped cream and fresh strawberries every Sunday, so I'd have that with my dad.
Mine would be my grandfather's, okay, because I didn't get to know either one of them. Okay, so the meal would be totally unimportant. Just being with them, okay, because I've always, it actually makes me mad when I think about it, okay, because I believe a grandfather and a grandmama gives kids something that they will not get anywhere else in this world.
Awesome.
I didn't have the chance to actually meet either one of my grandfathers.
Maybe they could have explained some of this crazy mess
Hey,
about you.
Crazy mess.
Or they may be the reason.
I don't think there's an
We can't
explanation.
even call him
for that.
hot mess. You have to call him crazy mess.
There's no
Yeah, but
explanation.
they may be the
Right.
reason that I am a crazy.
Exactly. I need to know these exactly. Exactly.
Love it. Great answers, everybody. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for
Yes.
having me.